group unless I was really serious about getting into steampunk. And so I really haven't figured out why they're so almost like mean to the outside world, but they almost don't want a lot of people to join if they're just trying to learn about it, which I thought was kind of strange, because you want to know about steampunk if you're going to join the subculture. Okay, so I'm just, there's a couple movies, video games, books, that kind of things that you might want to look at if you're interested in steampunk. So I'm just going to share some of those. So first one is The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. That came out in just 2003. It's a movie. It just has a steampunk feel to it. So I just wanted to show you guys that. You could find that pretty easily. Next is the Golden Compass movie. It came out in 2007. I mean, I haven't seen it myself. I kind of want to. It looks pretty cool. I mean, there's a picture of somebody riding a giant polar bear, so, you know, that's gotta be cool. But next one, I'm just going to go through some of the TV shows right now. I was talking a little earlier about Warehouse 13. And like I said, Datamancer actually makes some props for this show. It's basically just a show about, like, these two FBI agents almost, and they, like, there's this warehouse full of really cool, superstitious things, like Houdini's wallet and that kind of thing. Just like, and they have to keep them contained in the warehouse, and a lot of them get away sometimes. But it's kind of a fun show. And then there's Sanctuary, and it came out in 2009. But it has a steampunk feel to it. And a lot of these I don't think have a big steampunk feel, but there's not a lot of TV shows and movies you can find that have that much of a steampunk feel to them, because it's just not that popular to the outside world. So I found it kind of hard to find a lot of stuff like that. Next is Sherlock Holmes, and this is by far my favorite, because it's just, like I said, full-blown steampunk. They have these really cool guns that are steampunk featured, the costumes are steampunk, and even more in the second movie. Now just some video games that I thought. This is one that doesn't have as much of a feel of steampunk, but still has a lot of steam power and that kind of thing. This would almost fit more into, you could say, Reagan Gothic maybe, that kind of thing, because there's a lot of mythical type things in it. I like Zelda. I haven't played this. It's called Spirit Tracks. I haven't played it, but it looks pretty cool. The video game's basically the same every time. It's just this guy named Link who has to save a princess. But, you know, it's a cool storyline. So, next is BioShock in 2010. There's BioShock 1, which didn't have as much of a steampunk feel to it, BioShock 2, and then there is BioShock Infinity, which is the newest one. This comes out in 2013. And it's just like, this is really full-blown steampunk / clockpunk, because there's like a lot of people in it and machines that are all run by gears. So that's pretty cool. And then just two books. I'm thinking of reading this one for my next independent book in humanities. It's called Rise of the Iron Moon. This came out in 2009. I haven't read it yet, but it's by Stephen Hunt, and I was thinking for my next independent book it'd be a good one. Favorite. It came out in 2009. It's Leviathan, and in order there's three books. It's Leviathan, Behemoth, Goliath. And it's basically, this is a very unique feel of steampunk to it, because there is like two groups of people. There's one group that believe more in technology and that kind of thing, and one that are almost like biopunk in a way. They have a lot of genetically mutated creatures, you could say. They like fly and that kind of thing. But that's just some stuff that you could look into if you wanted to just see some steampunk. And now I told you I was going to show you how to rub and buff something, so I'm just going to show you real quick. Like I said, just you can rub some on your finger, because you don't need much at all. So, this is like just the steampunk claw that I made for fun, and it's just like almost like an origami claw. I covered it with craft foam spray painted black, and I mean it's really easy. You just put some on your finger and you rub it around on the whole thing, and the rub and buff, it dries extremely quickly. And like right now, it's dry to the touch. It's pretty cool. You do have to wash your hands afterwards because your hands, it's not this that gets them dirty. It's actually putting your hands in the metallic stuff that gets them dirty. But it's pretty cool because I have these gloves. They're leather, and they're part of my steampunk costume. They're actually my mom's, but you know. And so the claws fit almost perfectly right around them. So I thought that was kind of a cool look. So those are just something I made for fun. I mean, that's it really, other than that I think steampunk is a reasonable topic to learn more about. And I know that all of the people in this room are creative in some way, and at least half of you would find steampunk at least interesting. So I hope you know just a little bit more about steampunk. Questions, criticism?
Guys, I know we have to go to lunch basically now. Okay, so Jakin was hustling to get done there. We really make sure you just take note of the fact that he had a great many products that were not words. And so you can, depending on your project, find those avenues that can tie together with words, but don't have to all be words. It's also kind of nice to have some different types of projects as well. And you're right, the Leviathan series is fantastic. It's one of my favorite series of books I've ever read.
It's the only book that I've read that I actually almost completely voluntarily read by myself.
And the next two are absolutely fantastic as well. I know you guys need to get lunch, so if you would like, we'll come back and talk to Jakin while we're setting up after lunch, okay? So go ahead and go to lunch now, and we'll come back and you can ask Jakin whatever you want.